Welcome back, my dear children. We were with practice set 5.1, chapter quadrilaterals. 3 sums we had solved in the previous class. Today, let us see the fourth sum. The fourth question goes this way. If the ratio of measures of two adjacent angles of a parallelogram is 1:2, find the measures of all angles of parallelogram. I repeat, ratio of measures of two adjacent angles of parallelogram is 1:2. So we need a figure here. Okay, so let's start. Solution. We will draw a parallelogram. As we know, the name of the quadrilateral is a parallelogram. So make a parallelogram, a rough figure. So let us name this parallelogram as LMNO, parallelogram LMNO, and ratio of measures of two adjacent angles is given. Adjacent angle, you can take any two adjacent angle. Neighboring angles, that is angle L and angle M, you can take that like that. Angle L and angle O, you can take like that. Okay. And what you know about adjacent angles in a parallelogram? In a parallelogram, opposite sides are parallel, no? So here if you consider, this looks like a interior angle pair. So we have discussed in the previous class that the adjacent angles of a parallelogram are supplementary. Okay. So they have given us a clue that the ratio of the measures of these two adjacent angles is 1:2. Any two adjacent angles you can take. I have taken angle L and O. Okay, so let us write the introduction as, let the common multiple be x respectively, because ratio is given. So we will take the common multiple as x respectively. So therefore the adjacent angles of parallelogram is equal to, if the common multiple we are taking as x, then the adjacent angles will become, this angle will become 1x and this will become 2x. So adjacent angles will be 1x, 2x. Okay. Now what I'll mention that in the figure, 1x and let this be 2x. Now what do you know about these two angles, these two adjacent angles? If these two angles you are taking, or you are taking these two, all these angles are supplementary. So I'll write, therefore angle L plus angle O is equal to 180 degree. Why? Now I'll write the reason. Adjacent angles of a parallelogram are supplementary. Okay, you have to write it in full sentence. So I wrote the reason, adjacent angles of a parallelogram are supplementary. So what is angle L? 1x plus 2x is equal to 180. So therefore 1x plus 2x will become 3x is equal to 180. So therefore x is equal to 180 upon 3. 180 upon 3 will be, divide 3 ones are 3 6 are and 0. So we got x is equal to 60. Put it in a box. Now if x is 60, so this angle L will become 60 and angle O will become 2 into 60, that is 120. Okay, that step you will write later. So I wrote, therefore angle L is equal to 1x. So x we got 60. 1 into 60 is 60. Angle O is 2x. Substitute 2 into 60. How much is x? 60. So 2 into 60 is 120 degree. Angle O is 120 degree. So I'll show now here. So this became 120 and this became 60. If angle L is 60, its opposite angle N will also be 60. Why? Reason, opposite angles of a parallelogram are congruent. If O is 120, then M will also be 120. Same reason. Okay, opposite angles of a parallelogram are congruent. Now you will write this reason and you will mention all the angles of parallelogram. So from the figure, we got angle L equal to angle N, both will be 60 degree. Angle O is equal to angle M, both will be 120 degree. Why? Because the opposite angles are congruent. So you have to mention the reason. Opposite angles in a parallelogram are congruent. Reasons carry marks, so kindly write the reason. And final answer you will write the angles of parallelogram are 60 degree, 120 degree, 60 degree, 120 degree. Okay, so that sum was very easy. Now let's move on to the fifth sum. Now let's go on to the fifth sum. The fifth question is, the diagonals of a parallelogram intersect each other at point O. So you can see diagonal AC and diagonal BD intersecting at point O. From the figure itself we can make out AO is given as 5, BO is given as 12. Okay, AB is equal to 13. Now this is a parallelogram is given in the question. Show that quadrilateral ABCD is a rhombus. Now we have to prove that this quadrilateral is a rhombus. This is already a parallelogram. Okay. Okay, what is a parallelogram? What defines a parallelogram? A quadrilateral in which the opposite sides are parallel. If it is parallel, then we can call it as a parallelogram. Okay, now we have to prove that this is a rhombus. Now how can we prove that this is a rhombus? What is the test to prove a rhombus? Now you should be knowing about rhombus. We have learnt it in our 8th standard, but still I'll do a recap. For a rhombus, you all know that. What is a rhombus? A quadrilateral in which all sides are congruent. Okay. And the diagonals are perpendicular to each other. The diagonals of a rhombus, no, they are perpendicular to each other. If they are perpendicular, then we can prove that quadrilateral is a rhombus. So, what should we prove? We should somehow try to prove that this diagonal AC is perpendicular to diagonal BD. Then we will be able to prove that this is a rhombus. समझ में आया? तो हमें prove करना है AC is perpendicular to BD. तो ये क्या हो जाएगा? This will become a rhombus. So let us start with the given details. Solution. So we know that quadrilateral ABCD is a parallelogram. Here to prove is there, no? So we have to write in that format. To prove quadrilateral ABCD is a rhombus. This we have to prove. How to prove that? There will be some solution. Now this we want to prove that the diagonals are perpendicular. I can't put this perpendicular sign because it is not given. We have to prove it. तो कैसे एक perpendicular यहाँ लेकर आए? That means indirectly I want that triangle AOB should be a right angle triangle. So my intention is to prove that triangle AOB is a right angle triangle. Why I am selecting triangle AOB? Common sense, because AO's measurement you know, OB's measurement you know, AB's measurement you know. तो ऐसे ही कोई ये measurements नहीं देगा ना. Nobody will give you the measurements just like that. The clue lies in this triangle only. Okay, the clue to solve the sum lies in this triangle only. If you are successful in proving that this triangle AOB is a right angle triangle, then we can say that this is 90 degree. If this becomes 90 degree, then obviously diagonal AC and BD will be perpendicular to each other. And I told you, in a rhombus, the diagonals are perpendicular to each other. So ye kar diya, that means the quadrilateral will become a rhombus. Okay. So now let us think how to get it. So proof, let us write. The given things let us write. Length of AO is equal to 5. Length of BO is equal to 12. Now in triangle AOB, let me square the sides containing, means here I have to prove that it is a right angle triangle. So let me take the squares of these two sides, okay, AO and OB. So let's try. AO square plus BO square is equal to 5 square plus 12 square. Okay, 5 square is 25, 12 square is how much? 144. 144, sorry. 12 12s are 144. Add 5 plus 4 is 9, 6 and 1. So you got AO square plus BO square as 169. Now let us take this square, AB square. AB square is equal to 13 square. And 13 square is 169. Fine? Okay. So now just to check 1 and 2. What we got? Therefore, AO square plus BO square is equal to AB square. Are you able to recollect any theorem? Famous mathematician's theorem. Okay. Every student should remember that Pythagoras theorem. Hypotenuse square. AB is hypotenuse square is equal to one side square plus other side square. You are getting that? Hypotenuse square is equal to one side square plus other side square. So this became a right angle triangle. Okay. So what did we use here? We used the converse of Pythagoras theorem. जब right angle दिया है and we are writing this, it is by Pythagoras theorem. Here right angle is not given. We are going from hypotenuse square is equal to one side square plus other side square. We are going the reverse way. So this is converse of Pythagoras theorem. So you will write therefore by 1 mark reason. Therefore by converse of Pythagoras theorem. Converse of Pythagoras theorem. By converse of Pythagoras theorem, this triangle became, therefore, triangle AOB is a right angled triangle. Became a right angled triangle. Okay. If this is a right angled triangle, so I can write that therefore angle AOB is equal to 90 degree. Mission accomplished. If this become 90 degree, that means indirectly I can say that diagonal AC is perpendicular to diagonal BD. Okay. So therefore I'll write therefore diagonal AC perpendicular to diagonal BD. AC perpendicular to diagonal BD. Therefore, if the diagonals are perpendicular to each other, then it becomes a rhombus. That means the rhombus test is passed. Therefore, quadrilateral ABCD is a rhombus. Okay. Now, you will write down that property of rhombus. In a rhombus, the diagonals are perpendicular to each other. In a rhombus, the diagonals are perpendicular to each other. Okay. Hence proved, no? That's done. So it became a rhombus. Write down the reason. In a rhombus, the diagonals are perpendicular to each other. Okay. So this sum is little different. A parallelogram, we are proving it to be a rhombus by taking the converse of Pythagoras theorem test. Okay, or theorem. Now here, when the perpendicular is given and you are taking hypotenuse square is equal to one side square plus other side square, it is by Pythagoras theorem. Okay, now let's go on to the last sum. Sum number 7 is cancelled for you according to the new reduced syllabus. Sum number 7 is cancelled. Okay, so be happy. This is the last sum for the practice set. And this is a very simple sum. In the figure, quadrilateral PQRS and quadrilateral ABCR. PQRS and ABCR are two parallelograms. Both are parallelogram. Okay, so half tension is gone. Both are parallelogram is given. Angle P is 110 degree. Then find the measures of all angles of ABCR. Okay, this angle is given. And this bada wala parallelogram and this is also parallelogram. They are asking us to find all the measures of angles of quadrilateral ABCR. Both are parallelogram. Okay. So how will you solve this? Solution. Let's start. Quadrilateral PQRS and quadrilateral ABCR are parallelogram. Are parallelograms. Angle P is equal to 110 degree. All this is given. Okay. So no need to write it again and again. All this information is given. Now let's come to the main part of the sum. If angle P is 110, its opposite angle, angle R, will also be 110. So can you complete that step? Angle P congruent to angle R. What is the reason? Opposite angles in a parallelogram are congruent. Opposite angles in a parallelogram are congruent. Okay, wrote the reason. So therefore, angle R will be 110. One angle you got, put it in a box. Now if you know angle R, just if the sum which we started with, in that sum, what did we learn? We already knew that the adjacent angles of a parallelogram are supplementary. So angle R ka adjacent angle hai, either you can take C or you can take A. Okay, so if R plus C will be 180 degree, adjacent angles of a parallelogram are supplementary. So next you will write angle R plus angle C is equal to 180 degree. Reason, adjacent angles in a parallelogram are supplementary. Adjacent angles in a parallelogram are supplementary. See my dear children, you can take R and A also. R ka baju wala angle is A also. Here I took R and C. Do you know R? Yes, 110. Plus angle C will be 180. So therefore, angle C will be 180 minus 110, which is equal to 70 degree. So angle C became 70 degree. So simple. So angle C became 70 degree. Now should I tell you the remaining steps? No. R ka congruent hai B. Opposite angles of a parallelogram are congruent. A's congruent is C. Opposite angles of a parallelogram. So if R is 110, B will be 110. C is 70, A will be 70. Can you write the last few steps? Come on, write that. Okay. So you'll write angle B congruent to angle R, because opposite angles in a parallelogram are congruent, and angle B is equal to angle R will be 110 degree. Now see children, when I am writing congruent, I did not write the measurement. These are small things, but it makes difference. Okay. So when you write measure, don't put the congruent sign. Put equal to sign. When you are writing about congruence, put the congruent sign. When you are writing about the measure, put equal to sign. Angle C is equal to angle A. Both are 70 degree. Reason is opposite angles in a parallelogram are congruent. So final answer, they have asked you to find out the angles of quadrilateral ABCR. So final answer mention angle A, angle C 70, angle B, angle R 110 degree. Okay, so now we have completed that practice set 5.1. The last sum is cancelled. Okay, but if you want, you can give it a try. Take two triangles and try to prove them congruent, and you will get the proof. Now I will be uploading more theorems because one period in a week will not be enough for us. So I just kindly request you to subscribe to my channel so that whenever I put a video, you will get the notification and you will be able to learn it then and there. Okay, so in 2 days I'll be putting up the next part of the chapter because this chapter you have to learn it well. Fine. Okay, so children, we will meet in the next class. If you liked it, kindly let me know by just writing a simple comment that okay, I understood. You can also share it with your other friends. It will be a good motivation for me as I'll be uploading more and more educational videos for you all. Till then, please take care of yourself and your family members. Keep smiling and be happy. Bye, dear children.